the millennials don't like?
What?
NASCAR. You want to know why?
Why?
Not all. I'm not saying not all do, but when the races take 10 years long, no one's attention span can last that long. Would you agree or disagree?
I noticed this about the IndyCar race, and I know we were talking during the race about it, but the IndyCar race had passed, it hits halfway, 45 out of 90 laps, and NASCAR was still a ways away from finishing stage 2. I'm like, oh man. Like the IndyCar race, I felt like was the perfect length today.
Longer doesn't mean better. I don't know.
No.
Of course, NASCAR's always been like this. It's not like something new. They just have never changed from it. But I think it's time to change from it.
I agree.
I can't pay attention. Not enough is happening to justify a long race.
Well, especially Richmond. Richmond doesn't need to be that long. Yeah.
Here I told this. Cut that Tyler. I told you this idea last weekend. My perfect formula for a NASCAR broadcast is a 4-hour window, 1 hour pre-race coverage, 2-hour race, 1 hour post-race coverage. If TV is so worried about not having enough of a window for they shorten the race, you're not gonna have a window. Make it a quality program with succinct and quality pre and post-race coverage. Fox does a lot of pre-race coverage, does 0 post-race coverage, and I think that would be a fix to the window problem if that's what TV is going to complain about if we shorten races.
Yeah, there's a lot that's been changed and I think needs to be relooked. And I really enjoyed, honestly, I'm kind of disappointed about it. And maybe it's just they already had the deals and agreements in place. But when we were experimenting all this stuff in COVID and we ran, I know Wednesday night is not going to be a feasible thing for TV, right? The ratings weren't that good on a Wednesday night. But we ran shorter races on Wednesday nights. We ran, I think it was like 300 miles at Darlington or something like that. And that was perfect. That was the perfect race length. Yes. Yeah. And there's urgency and you feel like you're making progress in the end of the race. When you tune in and an hour's gone by and you're not close to halfway, it's like, man, you got to speed this thing up. So I agree 100%.
We've been talking about F1 recently on here, and I think that relates to that.
How long are those races?
It's less than 2 hours. It's usually around 2 hours or less.
Really? Yeah.
I would say it's probably even shorter than IndyCar. It's just such the urgency word, which is the word I've been searching for to describe it all. That's exactly what it is. It's like, you got to go the whole race. Like, everything matters. Every lap matters. You go and get as many positions as you can. There's no time just to hang around and come back from something. If you have a problem, you're done. Like Lewis Hamilton had a pretty impressive comeback today. Fell back after getting off track and there was a red flag and all, but he still came back and was able to finish second. But he's clearly the best and was able to do that. So that's why you're still able to come back from things if the race is shorter. It's going to be more dramatic and be more exciting.
Yeah, it's just all about urgency. And it's like you have less time to be patient, right? Which leads to more tempers flaring and all that. Yeah. No, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
And you know what? And you know what was great too? We're kind of on the same topic of this. I wrote this down. Is IndyCar, I forgot there was such thing as a 2 and 3 stop race, because when was the last time we had that at a road course because of these man-made cautions?
Yeah.
And that ended up deciding the race was a 2-stop versus 3-stop strategy in the IndyCar race. And it's like, that was something you followed throughout the whole time. And it's almost like satisfying when the storyline completes itself.
Yeah.
Right. And we just don't get that anymore with cautions. Crew chiefs know exactly how to run these road course races anymore. And it's like, there was some excitement when it came to that, especially when we're arguing for more road courses. We got to get rid of stage breaks or the cautions, just the cautions for them. I'm fine let's just do a rolling one. You know what I mean?
Pit strategy. What a concept.
Yeah.
NASCAR
and fuel mileage.
Oh
we haven't.
God.
Yeah.
Bob Pockers tweeted that NASCAR redid some stage lengths either this year or last year, and the Richmond one was where the second stage was much longer than the first, and then the last stage was a little shorter because NASCAR was hoping to keep the field closer for the end of the race and to prevent any fuel mileage window from coming into it. I'm like, fuel mileage was a pleasant surprise a handful of times of the year before stage racing, and it was exciting to watch and follow, and that adds natural drama. Strategy adds natural drama, and stages take away from that. And I don't think the benefit of having stage racing is worth not having strategy in a race that makes it more interesting.